I want to toss this one a little your way, Mike Foster. So you have the most kids on this panel, and while you delivered an amazing spiritual speech to the men who attended Patriarchs, I want to bring a little more practical on how you're managing so many kids and your wife, and you're looking to build up yourself while the world is telling you to do the exact opposite almost 24/7. Where are you finding that energy? And I think there are a lot of other family men who are just feeling burnt out because the next day there's something else wrong and something else wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's an old saying, men are like trucks. The more weight you put on them, the straighter they drive, right? So with those you step up to your responsibilities. I mean, the good things about kids is generally they come one at a time, right? And you're upping your level with it. So Em and I, we have a goal. Emily's my wife. We set out to do this. We used to joke while we were dating that we wanted a bus full of kids, which was a joke, so I had to buy something like a bus to get all my kids in it. So got a big E350 to stick them all in there. But this has been the plan, and we've been preparing ourselves for this for a long time. I think in terms of what's happening in society, this is not new. There's civil wars, nations rise and fall. There's trouble like this all the time. And if you're raising your kids up, teaching them history, you're just walking them through the Bible, watching the fall of nations and rise of kings, letting them know this is normal. God has kept people through it before. He'll keep you through this. We got this. So our house isn't a bubble, it's a castle. It has a wall around it. It's our base of operations that we come out. So we let the kids know these things. And I think the main thing is that you have to have, your goals have to be like a bullseye with concentric circles. Right? The whole target matters. But the bullseye is the main thing, and each circle becomes more and more derivative as it goes out, as it emanates. And so sometimes when things are crazy, those outer circles just drop by the wayside, and you stay on the main thing, right? And so we're always talking about where are we at? Where are we at with these kids? How are we doing with our discipleship, our kids, with our family culture, coming back around to it. And so I think it's the mission that you have to continue to revisit and just really keeping tabs on where your individual kids are, because they're so different. They process. We had a Black Lives Matter protest come in front of our house, and one of my sons, he's like calling up the police. You know, the other son is looking for the gun. Right, so we have very different kids that have very different solutions. One's like, call the authorities. The other one's like, I am the authority. Right? It's like Judge Dredd or something. I am the law. But we're in it together. There's a reason a wife, a very capable wife, is a wonderful thing. Like we see, everyone talks about how awesome it is that women can be CEOs or whatever. But when you see a woman be a wife and a mother, you see the full capabilities of a woman, right? What they can do. She disciples my kids. She helps me. She was harassing me about, I told her, I said, you're nagging, but she was harassing me about getting registered to vote in Ohio because the vote actually matters. Unlike South Carolina, I was going to go Trump anyway. But not in Ohio, we don't know. So yeah, she's a talented woman. We're on the same page. And sometimes we focus on the main things and get to the other things as we can.
Excellent. And Tanner, so to continue on that theme, a lot of the men who attend these, they're exposed to us through social media, somebody's YouTube channel, Twitter. What have you seen as a key player I've been watching your Twitter, and your feed and your Instagram it's like life is normal. You're still doing what you do. You're still training. How are you maintaining that? And what have you seen the manosphere? Have you seen any changes with the election rolling around? Is it all politics? Are the men going crazy, or is it? How is social media treating you with regards to what you're seeing as a wave of men?
Well, as far as our ability to maintain normalcy, we largely have. And part of that is that we've already been in a position where the changes that a lot of people experience as far as, maybe you work a white-collar job and rather than going to the office, you work from home. I already work from home. Maybe your kids can't go to school anymore, and so you have to deal with them being home all the time. We homeschool our kids. And so we always kind of joke in our neighborhood, and our friends have joked around about this, that everybody's now living the Guzzi lifestyle because we're the ones who are already doing this, and they're the ones who get to follow that. But one of the things that 2020 has been an awesome year for the Guzzi family. It's been a great year for us. And part of it is that we've been able to reframe what's been going on as rather than we're freaking out and we don't know how to handle this or anything, but it's allowed us to see blind spots that definitely existed, but we weren't aware of, and we're in a position where we can start to clear those blind spots. We've been able to take care of some things within our financial house or our preparatory house or the way that we're parenting our kids or things like that. And one of the reasons why my social media feed looks the way that it does, and you and I have talked about this, Zach and I wish that we were average. We really do. We want to normalize what we do as much as we possibly can. I would love nothing more than to be non-exceptional in the way that you and I live. That would be phenomenal. And the more that we can use social media as a tool to be able to demonstrate that, and the more we can attend events like this and you can meet people face to face and you can help them recognize that Zach actually walks the walk. Like, this is not some fake Pinterest level, totally perfected version that you see on Instagram or something, but this is the real deal, and I try to embody that as well. Then the more social media can be a tool to help people realize, yeah, the world is burning around, but I'm prepared for it, or I can be prepared for it because I can see how other people have been prepared for it. And so I'm very intentionally trying to capitalize on the time being what it is to strengthen my family, to develop myself more, to build my business, to improve my preparedness, to improve my community, and see all of the chaos that is 2020 as an opportunity rather than seeing it as a problem that we just have to hunker down and survive.